That sounds much more real. I didn't even expect that kind of results. Yo, what is up guys, my name is Wodzu and welcome to another episode of Beat Grinding in Reaper, a series of videos in which you will not only learn how to make beats, but how to do it in Reaper. As I told you in the previous episode about quantization, today we are going to talk about humanization. Before you start watching, remember that you won't be able to see those videos anywhere else. Why? Because I make them. So please leave a subscribe with all the notifications by clicking this bell thing and leave some thumbs up and let's enjoy the video. Follow me on Instagram, Wodzu_beats, the link is in the description right below.
Beat grinding in Reaper.
So what exactly is humanization? As you are programming the drums inside the DAW, you don't use any controllers, any pads, anything. Or you recorded something with the pads, with the keys, anything like that, and you quantized it, and it's too perfect, like too perfect. And you want to give it a little bit of the human feel. So let's program some drums. We click on the track we want, for example the heads, we go to the insert menu and we insert new MIDI item. And we do it for all of the tracks, for clap, for snare, and for the kick. Let's start from the snare, cause it's the easiest thing to program. Okay, so this is a traditional snare based on fourth notes. Okay, now the clap. Okay, now the kick. Okay, so we've got the kick, the clap and the snare. And let's stop here for a while. Now I'm going to show you the Humanize algorithm, which is built into Reaper. Let's open the snare item, press Ctrl+A to select all of the notes. And now we move to the view menu and we have Humanize. Or we can just simply press H. Oh yeah. And now I already have my settings here, but let's make it default. Everything 0%. Now it works only on selected notes, so the notes we've selected, you can also change it to all notes, but I just prefer to have more control on what I'm doing. The first two parameters, timing and velocity, are the most important ones. What timing does is just takes those notes, let's select all of these notes, it messes up the timing. Like you can see, you can mess it up a lot, you can mess it up a little bit. And here is timing bias, which correlates with all of this. It moves all of the notes, as you can see. But to make the timing bias work, you need to make the timing fader like at least a few percent. So the timing puts the notes like randomly right and left. But with timing bias, you can actually fix a drummer's performance if he played everything too early or too late. But let's leave the timing bias on 0%. Let's set the timing to like 10%. And here is the velocity. You know what velocity is, as I told you in the episode about drums. This is the information that tells you if something is loud or it's quiet, or it's like in the middle. And when touching the velocity fader, you can see those little bars at the bottom of the screen, which represents the strength of the velocity. They are moving. Let's set the velocity of all of this to maximum. And now, if you move this fader, it randomizes this. You can randomize the seed and you get different results from these settings. These parameters won't make this performance like it was played by a human. That's why it's humanize, not make it like it was played by a human. The purpose of this is only to give it a little bit of the misalignment. A little bit, just because nothing is perfect in this world. So let's leave it on 10% and let's hit OK. And this is our setting for the whole project. Now let's move to the clap. We press Ctrl+A, we press H and OK. And it's humanized too. We go to the kick, we press Ctrl+A, we press H and we hit OK. And it's humanized too. As you can see, it's a little bit misaligned. And now it sounds like that. This is not a really big deal. Some people just hear this difference. If you don't hear it, maybe you just don't need to humanize your things. Most of the time I was making music in my life, I was recording live instruments. So for me, the human performance definitely matters. But there are cases in which I prefer to humanize my beats, and there are cases in which I leave everything perfectly quantized. Let's move to the hi-hat section, because I left it for the end with a reason. Let's make a simple pattern. Like that. Let's copy and paste it a little bit more. It sounds okay, but it could sound more like accented. So what we do, we hold Ctrl on our keyboard and we select every second note. So we have something like that. And now we can control the velocity of every second note. And we make it like a little bit lower. So now, as we play it, we didn't even quantize anything. We just did a little trick. You can hear that it's accented. It's like tsk, 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 tsk. One note is louder, one note is quieter. So let's just copy and paste it all over this. And now it sounds like that. The last thing we're gonna do, we're just gonna hit H and humanize it as we humanized everything else in this project. That sounds much more real. I didn't even expect that kind of results.
Question time!
What do you guys think about humanizing? Do you like perfect things, like perfectly quantized everything in its place? Or would you rather humanize it and edit a little bit of this human feel? Let me know in the comment section down below. In the next episode, we're gonna talk about ear candies. It may sound weird, but these aren't candies inside ears or anything like that. If you are curious what it is, just Google it yourself. I hope you enjoyed this quick tutorial, and if you want to see more tutorials, just leave some thumbs up, leave a subscription with all the notifications, and leave some comments so the algorithm will pop up these videos to a broader audience. My name is Dominik, you've been watching Wodzubeats, and keep the good vibes alive.
Wodzubeats.